One of the founders of Peace Gambia, and I am the current executive director of the organization. Peace Gambia is a non-political, non-governmental, youth-led organization that promotes SDG 16. If we abstain from talking about peace, if we abstain from promoting peace, we might one way or the other become victims. Our actions are very much evident to all.
So let us all be peace ambassadors. Let us promote peace, forgive a brother, and there you can change a heart. You can make somebody to love. So turn to a brother and tell the person, I love you. Dialogue is the ultimate solution. Peace is the only way. There's no way to peace, but peace is the only way.
And here we are gathered about Sir Dawda Kairaba Jawara. But if you look at the main names, Dawda Jawara. And if you look at Peace Gambia, it's all the same letter word, because if you see peace, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dawda, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gambia, G-A-M-B-I-A. Jawara, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's interesting. So the world is blessed. The Gambia is blessed.
But Nigeria, la mesma do Kawano, então foi topo, mampo, polo, e chama de bela lem, mona fune. Quando esse dane outro chama, sabe como se diz, mona o povo. Quando anda o meu Gambia, já não já tá falando assim. Let's all be part of fight and lay eggs on the peaceful environment. For everlasting peace, love and unity. As our purpose, progress, peace and prosperity.
So on peace, the reason why peace failed, I am glad you mentioned the issue of tolerance. There are three things you must bear in mind. One of them is tolerance. We lack tolerance in this world today. You go into a bus where probably 2 or 3 can sit, you occupy the whole place, and you are not tolerant enough even to allow somebody to sit properly. So please, as I leave this podium today, there's one thing that I want to leave you with. One is be tolerant. And tolerance moy muñ. Nit da nga muna muñ. You can never succeed if you don't muñ, if you're not tolerant. Number 2 is to be contented. Actually, the reason why the world is in shambles today, because there's no contentment. Don't win. You get to a point in life you say, yes, it's enough. It's never enough until you say so. The other one is be disciplined. Today, what we see is indiscipline.
And believe in God, we will teach them to put peace before politics, put the people before power, because Mama said, the bravest people among you are those who have the courage to face their problems without guns and bombs. The violence only begets violence, and your silence, well, your silence communicate acceptance, so drop the goddamn weapon and pick up your voice. If we must go to war, then let our voices be our guns, let our words be our bullets, let your pens be the trigger, writing messages that explode like rockets. Let the media be our missile guidance system. We are locked and loaded. This mission is a goal. Spread peace and harmony across the world, because that is what my role models died for. So walking on these illuminated streets of my dreams, I know that their spirits walk with me. And even though failure is chasing my back, and I'm scared and terrified, tired, I wish I didn't have to fight for the right to shine bright. This world, I believe this world, can be a kingdom of perfection. And Mama said, child, you've got all the guidance you need. Your forefathers fought the same battle, so all you have to do is follow their footsteps. Thank you.
Sam, talk to your wife.
Oh, I can talk to your wife.
Brother,
no, this is the last time I'm going to do. The next time you call my wife, I'm going to get rid of you. You understand?
so this is true. This is true. Huh? Your wife has been feeding your ears with this nonsense.
Brother, I don't want to talk about this anymore, okay? You go and talk to your wife. Because you're going to be here insulting my wife. Hey!
Hey!
Brother, I don't know how to do my name.
Keep your mouth shut. I'm not here to talk to any man in this house, because there is no man in this house today. There is no man in this house. How dare you? How dare you? As a man of the house, if a woman comes from nowhere and destroy your house, you are the seed of that destruction. My grandfather lived this house peacefully. Our father lived this house peacefully. Wallahi, if you destroy this house, my father, my grandfather, and their fathers and their grandfathers will never forgive you, and their spirit will run after you.
Gambia mumbele tareti ula buro muchila esukewya ñun ñepp ko bokku kon nañu fexé bandi hulo fight wala sax di reyante way nañu dimbalante lu ko moy musiba dina dal suñu kaw te bu boba dina fi sax ba faw kon jàmm sax dinañu daw. So let peace reign in our beloved motherland. For sometimes I feel like walking with no shoe, being in a house with no roof, eating food with no taste, just to see my motherland be liberated. Then and only then, the talents of the youth shall never be underrated. The corrupt system shall be eradicated. Tribal sentiments shall be removed in our system. And of course, our own Gambia.
When a percentage of young people become rebellious and engage in criminal behavior, then that calls for concern. Is it not? Is it not a concern when a good percentage of our youths are involved in crime and rebellious behaviors? Is that not a concern? I thank the organizers of forums like this, and we are very proud to associate with forums like this. But there are all the thousands of your kind who are outside there, and they are into crime, they are into drugs, they are into rebellious behaviors, delinquency, and so on. Perhaps we should rely on you to save those people who are out there, those that cannot be here right now with us. Recently in the Gambia, we have witnessed a new dynamics in crime, and the brutality in which they are carried out is worrying. Judging from the recent arrests by police at various police stations and those arrested by the police anti-crime unit, most of the suspects are youth. In 2018 so far, people
between the ages of 15 and 24 years of age make up 53% of the first-time offenders convicted for mainly stealing, robbery, housebreaking, assault, and drug-related charges. 53% of those people are youth.
Sijaus, the nation is surprised and shocked, because the pain is unfathomable and unimaginable. What has happened is unforgettable, so let's break the chain and not let history repeat itself if possible, by not making our leaders too powerful and look up to them as demigods. Instead, we make them to be subservient to our needs and not their selfish agenda, and make them know, to let them know that they are not here to rule us but to serve us. So never again to military intervention in government, never again to a system that will turn our gallant soldiers to be rapists, killers, and torturers. Let's say never again. Never again to a leader that will want to be a CEO of every company. Never again to a system that will curtail our freedom of expression. Never again to a system that will kill us, torture us, oppress us, forfeit our rights, and forcefully shut our mouth. Never again to gender-based violence. Never again to a system that will exploit and bankrupt our economy and make the whole nation stranded. Never again to a system that will marginalize the youths and make life difficult for them. See, the youths have to realize their dreams, nyantaka make and umfonsa make. Never again to a system that will kill our journalists for criticizing, scrutinizing, and publishing government unscrupulous activities. Never again to a system that will suppress, depress, oppress, and suppress the press. Haramadiya ya bunya nyantoli ya sabati. Nyintilimbali ya nintajirinte ya manyana kasong aikijam kotenke. Ninga kankura min city naka ba fonke de jinoti. Na la jafo urang aken songoilo.
Sometimes you have to deep down and realize, okay, what can I do for my people? What can I advocate about that has to do with something positivity? And then remember this day. Try to do something today that your future self will celebrate you for. That's why I will say that the poet should write about peace. The teacher should teach about peace. The singer should sing about peace. The contractor out there should tell his people about peace. And then if we do that together, it seems like from every sector, peace will be everywhere. And then as we live that peace, keep hearing that peace every time, with time, we'll also want to act peace. You understand? So right now is a time for us to act, not to be talking each and every time, because we are in a crucial position. And then when war happens, young people are the people that will go and kill themselves. But that's not the thing. Just imagine what 2 million people can accomplish if we love one another, if we respect one another. Imagine if there is nothing like greed. Imagine if there is nothing like comparison, and imagine if every one of us have a role to play, concentrate on that role while also cheering your other brother or sister on the other side. Isn't that beautiful? Dekasi jama daraganu kofi, dunda jama jamal everybody, love in the hearts, peace in the homes, love everywhere. This is what we call it. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
A lot of times people think, and I get questions from people. What are the police doing about this? What are the police doing about that? What are the police doing about this? I think we need to ask ourselves, what is society doing about this? So that we as a society should take a collective responsibility to be able to deal with a lot of issues that are happening. My dog might have said this: if you go into the traffic, the indiscipline, this is not something that we can deal with if we don't deal with it as a society.
So on that note, I want to thank Lalo. I think this is a laudable initiative. Great work. Please continue and let others emulate him. I will tell you something in Wolof. Topandor yahana domi jambur. I want to change it around. Topandor jagarna domi jambur. If somebody is doing good and you emulate him, then you do good. Let us multiply the positive things in Gambia and then expand to Africa.
So yes. Please, let us be peaceful. This country is our country. Let's fight corruption. Let's fight for unity so that our country, we can all keep it together and pass it on to the next generation peacefully, just like the way it was passed on to us. Let us be peaceful and make sure we pass the peaceful Gambia to the next generation. Thank you all for your kind attention.